This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is Leslie Klein. He is the president and CEO of CCOM Satellite Systems, Inc. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: CMI on the TSX Venture and CYSNF in the US. And you can actually see CCOM present at our upcoming event, the SNN Network Canada virtual event, happening January 6 and 7, 2021. Please register for the event at canada.snn.network in order to see Leslie and hear his presentation. With that, Leslie, it's great to have you on here. How you doing?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me, Robert. It's a pleasure to speak to you again after so many years. It's nice to be on.
It's been a while, you know, and I don't even think we spoke on that first time. I think it was a Q&A via text.
Yes, things change.
Things have changed, that's for sure. Yeah. So, Leslie, this is our first time doing a video interview together, and you know that Q&A that was a while ago. So let's start fresh. You know, let's start with an overview and history of CCOM, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so I started the company in 1997, so it seems like a very, very long time ago. We went public in 2000. We raised about $5 million, and since then we have never gone back for money or funding of any kind. The company is relatively small in size. We only have 34 people. 4 people are at the University of Waterloo in Canada, developing the next greatest technology innovation, which is an electronically steered flat panel antenna that will be used in all of the new type of constellations that are going up these days by the thousands, literally by the thousands. The company is relatively small, but it is represented in over 106 countries. We export about 96 to 98% of all of our products, and we have some fairly large customers around the world, such as SoftBank, Viasat, Telesat, Hughes, Halliburton, Rignet, etc. And the company manufactures a satellite antenna that deploys at the press of a button, and it eliminates a satellite engineer from positioning the antenna, which could take sometimes up to an hour to set up. So this allows somebody who wants to use the antenna on a vehicle, for example, to drive into the middle of the desert, push a button, and have the same type of internet connection that we have here today over the satellite. So as you can imagine, there are really a lot of applications around the world where there is no connectivity available, or if there is some of it available, it is not as good as some people require it. And as a result of it, we sell a lot of this product in a lot of vertical markets. Some of them are police, emergency, fire, cellular backhaul, oil and gas exploration, mobile banks, etc. So we have a large number of applications shown on our website in different positions and different uses. And we manufacture up to 33 different types of antennas that are used in these applications around the world. The company, as I mentioned before, has been awarded funding from the Canadian government to develop an electronically steered antenna system that will be used in the next generation satellites such as SpaceX and Kuiper, Telesat, and many others who are putting up multi-billion-dollar constellations in terms of thousands of satellites to deliver internet all over the globe. And in order to do that, these satellites are in low orbit, which means that they're constantly moving. They're no longer in a geostationary position where you essentially are always in the same position with the satellite that is above you. So in order to do that, you need to have an antenna that would be able to track moving satellites while the vehicle, plane, or a boat, or a train is also moving at the same time. So we are developing this technology over the last 4 years. It was the help of the Canadian government funding, and also with the help of the University of Waterloo, where some of our researchers are permanently stationed and working. We hope to have this product released for testing early next year, and hopefully for production sometimes a year later. And so we are very, very heavily involved in this technology. We also have signed up with a European Space Agency, a team of people who are developing the next generation, higher frequency 6G type applications using some of our technology, patented technology that will be coming out of this design that we have developed. So in essence, the company has been public since 2001. We are profitable. We pay dividends. We have no debt, and we are one of those few technology companies that is not looking for any funding.
You kind of answered a lot of my questions already. I wish yeah, you got it all in there. So, I mean, the one thing that I wanted to follow up on real quick is, what's your background? What makes your background unique in being able to run a company like this, CCOM? I'm assuming you're an engineer of some sort.
Yes, I'm an electrical engineer. I have an MBA, I also have a PhD. And however, the technology background was something that I had to pick up because I was in the computer end of the business, and suddenly 20 some odd years ago, when I decided to start this business, I became a communications specialist. So you have to switch horses very rapidly and learn very rapidly a new field. And 20 some odd years ago, to tell people that you'll be delivering internet connection over satellite into vehicles was kind of a difficult stretch, for them to imagine. And but I always believe that. Sorry, go ahead, Robert.
No, I was just gonna say, if somebody told you that, a couple of years ago or 10 years ago, you'd say, okay, what Star Trek episode was that, right? I mean,
yeah, that's right. Well, my idea was that if there was going to be radio in cars, one day there will be internet in cars, and I was told I was crazy. So as it turned out, that the technology evolved rapidly enough, and the satellite communication business has evolved rapidly enough that it met up with my idea of making this possible. And fortunately, we were lucky to be in a situation where those two technologies have met, and they are coming down in price and availability. And with thousands of satellites being launched, I think this will be the next huge potential frontier of development in satellite communication.
Very good. And so to close out this interview today, from what you can tell us, what are some of the company's value catalysts now for the upcoming year in 2021?
Well, this antenna hopefully will test out properly in the next couple of months. We will publish all these results, the information on the performance of the antenna. Hopefully, shortly after that, we will start getting into the manufacturing aspect of it and providing samples to people who want to test the product. I also want to mention that about 3.5 to 4 billion people in the world have no access to internet. And the only thing that will stop them now is the cost of these antennas. So if these antennas can be produced in very large numbers, in very reasonable dollar amounts, then there is an enormously large potential worldwide market for this technology.
Very good. Well, Leslie, thank you so much. For more information, where can my audience go and find everything they need to know to follow along the CCOM story?
They can go to the website. It's www.c-comsat.com, or they can just send me an email. I'll be very happy to respond to any requests or inquiries. And my email is lklein@c-comsat.com.
Very good. All right. Well, Leslie, like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
Thank you very much, Robert. It was a pleasure talking to you again.
Thank you.